Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to come and ask our founder, Justin Bellobaba, your questions, and he will provide the answers. We want to say welcome to all of our new members here at Royalty. You guys have done such a fantastic job. We are spreading the word about Royalty, and we're super excited about it. So if you're new here today, we want you to feel free to ask your questions as well. Right? There's no question that we want to pass over. So if you're new here, make sure that you make the newest person feel comfortable asking their questions. We have some updates for you today and some announcements that are really important. So make sure that you're tagging your business partners, sharing with your customers. You don't want to miss this Facebook Live. Lots and lots of great updates. I'm going to start with mine and then hand it on over to Justin, and then we'll open it up for questions as usual. So we have some new training that's coming out for you all, especially for our affiliates here. We're going to start a new training program. We want you all to be aware of it. And we want this training to help you all in your business, right? This is about retention, about the product, and you having an incredible business to share with others. So we will start a new training initiative. In order to earn your commissions, you have to be on this training. This is about retention for your business, right? This is all about having a great sticky business, and we want you guys to thrive in your business. So we're super excited to share with you in the future. We have training initiatives that are coming out. So we wanted you to be aware of that and to look out for those as well, because you're going to need it to earn your commissions. We just don't want people selling or misrepresenting royalty in any way or overselling, right? Which kind of tends to happen. So we're going to start that new training initiative super soon, and we want you guys to be aware of it. Well, we're excited about that one. I'm going to go ahead and hand it on over to Justin. New things, new year. Super excited about it.
Yeah. So thanks, Cheryl. Hey, everybody. So yeah, just to, I guess, echo Cheryl's comment, it's entirely about retention. Any subscription, retention is the most important, metric for any kind of business that, relies on like a monthly subscription. And it is for sure the thing that we are most focused on as a company. We study it like crazy, understanding, like how to improve it. Because that's how ultimately you build an incredible business, right? Is by retaining your customers for the long term. And as we continue to make huge strides improving our product, I'm like, if you've been around me for a while, I'm sure you've heard me say what I'm about to say, which is, like people kind of talk about like what is quality? What does quality mean? And one definition that I really like is quality is when your product meets or exceeds expectations, right? So to have a quality product, it's not just about the product itself. It's also about the expectations that people have of the product, right? And when you meet or exceed those expectations, that's when your product is deemed a product of quality. And so, what is very important, especially in a company that moves as quickly as we do, is that the people who are out there every day representing the company, that they are well versed in what it is that we actually do, because the reality is, if a customer comes in with a completely unrealistic expectation or just something that's flat out wrong, right, it is a challenge to overcome that, right? Like once a first impression is formed, as I'm sure you can relate to in like personal or business relationships, once that first impression is formed, it's difficult to overcome it. So what we want to make sure is that the people who are out there every day working hard representing what it is that we do know what they're talking about, right? So that, like, yeah, and we'll we'll share, some, but people come into support with honestly like the most bizarre questions, and it is oftentimes related to something that they were told, you know, in error by the person who introduced it to them. Like, just yesterday, I saw an email from someone, wondering why when I Google my keywords, why doesn't my ad come up? Right. And it's sort of like, wow, there's a lot to unpack there. But first and foremost, we do display advertising. We're not even doing search advertising, right? So if a customer is expecting that when they Google their keywords that their ad pops up on their screen, no matter how good our product is, they will be disappointed, right? Because they had the wrong expectation. So, um, I think that, it makes sense that in order to, to be, able to represent the company, that you be educated about what it is that we do. I don't think that this is an unreasonable request. The reason why we're announcing it today is because the most recent commission run just happened, over the weekend and yesterday. And I know that there's some loose ends still being tidied up as always, but anyway, we just finished a commission, the commission run. So that gives us the next 30 days, right? Like, so plenty of time to plan and, let when we're going to be doing it and have a recording available. So we've got lots of time, and there should be no reason why, everyone isn't able to participate. And look, if it's not a priority to be educated, then this probably isn't the right place for you anyway, right? If you can't spare an hour a month, right? An hour a month to be educated about, what the company does, then I would say this isn't a great fit, and we wish you well. So anyway, this is going to be kicked off in the next few days. You'll get lots of information. We will do, bend over backwards to make this as easy and painless as possible. But I do think it's a great thing for the business, for everybody, right? For the brand, for customer satisfaction, for generating referrals, is to have a well-educated, sales force out there. So I'm pumped. So that was Cheryl's announcement. That's not even my thing. I have another important announcement that I know is going to be, I expect will be extremely well received by many of you. And again, I want to give fair warning on important pricing change that's going to happen. Okay, so here's the deal. We are nothing if not data obsessed, and what we have recently kind of in a review of our retention data, right? We look at customer satisfaction, we look at failed payments, we look at cancellation requests, right, when they come in. And what was actually kind of it was surprising to me, and in a way counterintuitive to some extent. There is one of our three plans that has, to my surprise, a high degree of failed payments, and higher rates of like higher cancellation rates than our other plans, which are much lower. And so we are going to be on Jan 1. We are going to be eliminating completely the starter plan. It's gone. Well, it's not gone right now, but it will be gone January 1st. That $57 starter plan. See ya. And if I kind of, it's interesting. Like when you really dive deep into the data, you see that frequently the people who have the most unrealistic expectations, who are the least informed about what the product does, they tend to be at the $57 level. And I have some, I could speculate why that is, but it doesn't really matter. The data is the data. So it's going to go away. Also, there's something else that will also be leaving, and that is the free trial. The free trial is also going to be gone on Jan 1. And here's why. Before, and I've said this many times, like the free trial has since we introduced it was actually very helpful. Um, to give people the opportunity to check out what we've got going on. However, what we learned is that when we going from like a set of self-serve tools, right, where like a 3-day free trial is enough time to explore these self-serve tools, to an automated system with machine learning and artificial intelligence. It takes us 30 days under this our new platform. It takes us 30 days just to learn about your business, right? So all of a sudden, right, this significant advance in our capabilities what became in conflict with a 3-day timeline, right? Like 30 days to learn. So why have a 3-day trial period like that? It just, you see, like there's this conflict that doesn't really make sense now that it's not just like a self-serve collection of tools. So we're just going to get rid of it. So free trial is going to be gone Jan 1. $57 price is going to be gone Jan 1. So that's 2 weeks or 15 days, I guess, from now. So there you have it. That's the news. And I think it's going to be extremely positive for the business. Though we mentioned this to the Draft Club members last Friday, gave them a little bit of a heads up, and I know the feedback then was extremely positive, and I expect that it will be the same going forward. So those are the two big announcements, but the reason we're here is to answer all of your questions. I'm sure you will have questions about these two announcements. So let's get to it.
So the first question is, what happens if I'm on the $57 plan?
Oh, you're good. We always, as always, good point. As always, we will grandfather, and you're if you're on the plan, or if you get on the plan, but before it goes away, then you can stay there, as we always do. We always grandfather existing customers, allow them to remain on their existing price. So yeah, good question. Thanks. I should have mentioned that.
So this is from Dee, and she says, what if the training's at nighttime or during the day and you can't attend live?
Oh, we'll record it. Absolutely. Yeah, this is not like some gotcha kind of a thing, right? Like we will record the training, we will email out, we'll make it available, in every conceivable way possible. We will remind the heck out of you. It will be a very present, accessible thing. So the only reason why anyone wouldn't be able to do or wouldn't do the training is if they just flat out don't want to. And if there are people, I'm sure there will be a few people like that. And if that's your choice, then our choice is to say goodbye.
So the question is, what about training for other languages? What will happen to people in Germany and so on?
Yeah, we'll work with the leaders in France and Germany to facilitate that too. Not to worry.
This is from John, and he says, so will the current video links change the link for landing pages or email? I'm not sure why they would change.
No, not sure either. Well, the website will change. Like we'll update the website. We're not going to have old information on the website, right? Yeah. So there will be obviously some changes at Jan 1, new pricing. Yeah.
So will we only have the two plans, 87, 327? Or are they both staying?
They're staying, and we are. We'll add a third one. Details to follow, but it won't be less than 87, and it probably won't be more than 327. Like we'll probably we've had requests for something between 100 and 200, so we'll probably accommodate that.
Uh, did you say that there was a change to white label pricing?
I did not say that.
How do you get 50% off what you paid for the starter package? We don't have that.
If you want to time travel back to the Cyber Monday sale, then you could have had 50% off, but we're not doing that at the moment.
Are we still continuing with Google Display Network location-based ads?
Of course, absolutely.
This is from Rick, and he says, does the comp plan change with the new structure?
No, nope, no. So I think this is going to be a nice lift, like to our affiliates.
Okay. People asking about new price points.
Yep.
List. Okay. Well, we have a new videos expressing like the pricing and things like that come out Jan 1 for sure. We'll make sure that the videos and things like that show the new pricing, and of course the website.
Yep.
This is from Serena. She says she was on sales support Zoom. Do we do Facebook display ads as well as Google display?
Yeah, Google and Facebook, yes.
There's skipping around. How does it work for the customer and not the network marketer, but the customer that does want to refer and get something for the referral?
Well, we have one, look, great, right? Like we have, most of our customers are our customers, right? Like 90% of our customers never sell a thing. They just love the product, right? And I would say that for people who are not necessarily looking for, an additional income stream, but would like to refer, I think what probably makes sense is to focus on sort of like that entry level, right? Like the what we call the bronze level is if you refer 3 people at 87 or more, then you would get $100 a month, which would cover your own, right, $87 subscription plus a little bit more. So I think that makes sense for people who, again, like not looking for additional income stream, just looking to refer a few people. I think that 3 equals what do we say? 3 equals better than free. Like that makes sense.
This is from Dina, and she says, are we going to get more analytics on page views, video views, email views per contact?
Absolutely. Yeah. Analytics is kind of the thing that you do after you build the feature, right? So we've been, in the last 12 months, we've built a truly like staggering number of features. And obviously we're not done, but now that we've got the major features that we wanted to put in place, now we get into like the refinement of the feature, right? And greater analytics of those features. So for sure, expect that from us in the next, over the next, I don't know, few months to provide, a much more refined, smooth experience and, detailed analytics to kind of, for every single section.
To call Michael J. Fox is killing me.
Was that the time travel?
Yeah. That comment just cracked me up. I'm sorry. Okay.
Gotta get that flux capacitor fired up.
Someone's asking how do they get the gem beacon?
Right. Yeah.
No more gems.
Yeah. Yeah. Beacons have not been around in more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. ETA on new marketing video, including artificial intelligence. We're working on it. Hopefully sometime this week.
Yep. And our big charity thing, which we're super pumped to also kick that off. I think it'll all be ready to launch that like in probably like next Tuesday, which granted is Christmas Eve. But it's not Christmas Eve till the Eve. So, I expect we'll do our regular Tuesday, and I think we'll be ready to announce the details of our
Yeah,
incredible charitable initiative then.
exciting. If you want to buy additional ad pins, could you offer the first plan amount for buying additional ad pins? Offer the first plan amount?
The first plan amount.
I don't
I'm not
understand.
sure what that means.
Yeah. This is Serena, and she said, can you explain how adding the SEO keywords to the ads work? I want to make sure I'm explaining this correctly to my prospects.
Yeah, SEO and ads are not related concepts, right? Like, and SEO is search engine optimization. That is a process of kind of ensuring that your website, right, ranks as high as possible in like a Google search. So if someone's looking for, I don't know, whatever, like a travel discounts in, Toronto where I am, that, hopefully my website would rank higher and higher over time. Like that's search engine optimization. Okay. Ads are not websites, period. Right. So like an ad appears on someone else, like on a website. It's not a website in itself. So it has nothing to do at all with search engine ranking. That being said, inside your online ad, you have the ability to target. Okay, you can target your audience based on keywords, right? So based on the interests of your audience. So if I again had a travel business, I would put in keywords for targeting my audience, like travel or travel discounts or vacations, vacation packages, etc. Right, and that would allow my ad to reach my intended audience, people who have shown an interest to Google and Facebook, right? Like Google and Facebook know everything about us, unfortunately. But my ad would reach people who have shown an interest in those keywords based on their own search history, based on their web browsing history, things like that. Okay. So good question. And hopefully we got that one straight. There, ads, right? Targeting based on keywords, but there's no SEO of the ad. It's just two different concepts.
This is from Paul, and he says, are ad pins and beacons the same thing?
No. So, wow, this is a nice stroll down memory lane. So beacons were like a physical device that would emit a Bluetooth signal. And way back 12 months ago, 12 months and 11 days ago, that Bluetooth signal could be, programmed to cause a notification on Android phones. Not anymore. That platform called Google Nearby turned off officially December 6, 2018, and we have not looked back, other than to reminisce. But yeah, so to like the ads that you're able to generate in our system are, like high quality traditional online ads, right? Image targeting, geographic targeting, demographic targeting, interest-based targeting. So they are like if you go through your Facebook feed, or you go through, you visit virtually any website on the internet, you will see advertising, and that is what we evolved to. And but now that represents a very, very, very small, proportion of our overall capabilities, right? Like we've added, there's a lengthy list, right? Landing pages and email marketing and social marketing and content marketing and search engine optimization and CRM, and of course analytics to support all that. A blog, right? So ads are, one component.
If you refer 3 at 57, is that commissionable? So you have to, you have to do $250 in volume in order to earn your $100. And we like to say 3 is better than free because it's at our $87 plan, our entrepreneur package. But come Jan 1, We won't have the $57 plan or free. So as Justin did, it's going. This is from Dina. She says, "Are we able to add SEO keywords on our page?"
You are, yes. There was an issue with saving new keywords, and that's been resolved. So please, to improve search engine ranking over time, don't expect instant results. Search engine optimization takes months and months, right? But yeah, please feel free to edit your keywords. That will help with SEO. That will also help drive more and more increasingly customized content recommendations as well. So yeah, you can do that now. So go to your landing page. Go to, I think it's in the general setting, like the general settings wheel thing. Click on that, and you'll see keywords, and just enter whatever you want.
This is from Herman, who asks, "Are we going to be adding more categories? For example, event venue, event planning." He owns an event facility.
We have event planning, don't we? We have events.
I think we have events, yeah.
I think we have events.
Yep. Yep. Funny how 12 months, 11 days ago is way back. Technology moves fast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but like for us, that's that might as well be 10 years.
If someone is paying $327 and goes to the 87, is he still grandfathered into the 10,000 impressions if he joined prior to the reduction of impressions?
Wait,
So
go
I'm gonna
ahead if you got it.
Yeah, Kimberly, if the person is at 327 now and like goes back down to the 87, they're in the current plan that we're offering at that time. Can't go turn back the clock on what they could have gotten during that time. So they'll if they change the plan to 87, it'll be the current $87 plan. I'm trying to explain how my Okay, so this is from AJ. "I'm trying to explain how my clients are able to have their ads seen.
Okay.
There's a leader that taught it works through satellites."
Whoa. Okay. So I think we're probably overthinking this one a little bit. Like, we make it, it's not like your phone is beaming out ads, right? Like, what we've given you is a very simple, which is part of the value here, right? Is simplicity. We give you a very simple way to create an ad that then gets pushed out to a network of over 1 million websites, right? But there's no satellites, like it's just through the internet, right? Like your ad goes from your computer where you design it, right? And it goes to us where we review it, right? And then if when we approve it, we push it to through it's called an API. It's basically just like sort of like a web kind of like connection to like to Google, right? For example, and Google then receives it and says, "Yep, approved," and then they display it on in the area that you've chosen to the people that you want to reach, right? On a variety of different websites that they decide. So there is. It's not. I mean, it's it's high tech because it's like obviously it's like the internet and stuff like that, which is incredibly exciting. But it's not. This is very. There's nothing overly like, I don't know, innovative about the way that the advertising works with us. All like what our customers needed wasn't more innovative. It wasn't more innovative. It was simpler, right? Like, navigating Facebook ads or Google ads when you've never done it before it's actually pretty hard. Like, it's pretty complicated. And so, we thought that the complexity was a reason why, so few independent business owners were advertising online, and it proves that we were right. Right. And now 100% of our customers are able to do it very easily.
Can you please?
But the technology, the technology is very, very basic when it comes to the online ad stuff. Like, that's we're literally just pushing them to Google and Facebook on your behalf.
Can you please explain what white labeling means?
Yeah, so well, I kind of don't want to because it's misleading because again, we don't do white labels. We've been like we used to, but now we are trying to eliminate that word that those two words from our vocabulary. Okay, and what we are using is reseller. Okay, so again, I don't want to get bogged down in something that's not relevant anymore. So, but I will because I can't think of a different way to do it. So, white label, if we did it, which we do not, okay, means when another company is selling your product, but with no sign that you exist, right? Like imagine, right? The example I always use is Costco, right? It's the vodka that's in the Kirkland, Costco is the same as in a Grey Goose bottle, but there's no indication on the Kirkland bottle that it's the same, that they're white labeling Grey Goose vodka, which is what that is. When we tried that, it didn't really go very well because if we don't exist in the eyes of the end customer, then whoever is our white label partner has to do all the billing and all the support, which they were terrible at doing. And so we would kick off, partnership after partnership, and like most of them wouldn't work because they couldn't, replicate the billing and the support, which has taken us like 2 years to get good at. Right. And those of you who remember like, once upon a time, we were pretty bad at it. So for a partner to be starting that from scratch, it just didn't work. So today what we do is we have a reseller program, right? Where a company that has, an existing client base or an existing sales force or whatever commits to, a pretty high monthly cost, right, to us, guaranteed, and a extended contract, and they then get the right to sell our product, not as completely as their own, but they can put their logo on it, and the whole thing would be powered by royalty. So we still exist. We do the billing. We do the support, and I'm optimistic that that's going to help overcome the obstacles that we faced with like a true white label, which we do not do. So anyway, we have a great team here that can help. So if you have these reseller opportunities, please don't be shy. Let us know, and we will help you close these deals.
There's a question if support knows about the $10 for 10 minutes.
Yeah, of course they do. What? Yes.
Can we talk about the $10?
Well, let's remind everybody what that is. So we have, if you haven't noticed, a new onboarding video series, like when you log into your account for the first time. We also have a new email series that we've kicked off. Part of that 7-day, this is for new customers, right? Part of that email series, that welcome email series, is a number of videos. A video on landing pages, a video on email marketing, a video on social marketing, a video on etc. Right? So to give new customers, a little bit of information every single day to make their onboarding experience smooth. In addition to that, we also have a really fun thing that we're doing. Every email that we send out has a button at the bottom, and when a new customer clicks that button, they connect live over Zoom with a member of our support team so that we can give them a tour of their account, show them all the capabilities, answer all their questions, make sure that they understand, everything that they need to understand to have a great initial experience. And as an extra, bonus, when just by showing up and talking to us for 10 minutes, we will take $10 off of that customer's next monthly invoice. So please, if you are a new customer, take advantage of that. If you have brought new customers on board, make sure they take advantage of that. This is all about retention, right? Everything we're talking about today, right? Like this is kind of the theme. Customers who understand the product and what it can do, love it, and they stay. right? Today now it's only customers that misunderstand the product or don't use it at all that are not happy, and that makes sense, right? So we're trying to eliminate like any misunderstandings with a whole bunch of things: better onboarding, better training, obviously continuing to improve the product. And we want to get people using it and comfortable with it as quickly as possible, right? So we're kind of throwing as all of our best ideas at this, right? Like we are as a company very, very and I know you are as well, right? Proud, excited of the product that we've built. We just want to make sure people understand what it is, understand what it's not, and use it, right? So that's why we're doing all these things. So yes, $10 for 10 minutes for new customers, right, in their first 7 days.
This is from Rick. He says, question on social media postings. Can you choose?
Sorry, 1 second. Hey, Paul Marshall, you're a new customer. You need info on that. Check your email. Your email from us, right? We would have emailed you a number of times, right? So if you just open it, click, and you can connect live to us, where we will be very excited to talk to you. Yeah. Sorry, Cheryl. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. This is from Tony. What expectations should we suggest to a new prospect?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. What a new prospect should expect is they should expect an automated marketing system, right? That helps, will instantly provide them with a professional online marketing presence, not just in one way, but across 8 different strategies, right? Like imagine, and that's so cool, right? Like you've never marketed online, sign up with us, and you will instantly have a professional, multifaceted online marketing presence. Like your website, you'll have a blog, you'll have things to post on social media. You'll have your search engine be optimized. You'll have a CRM to store your leads. You'll have email marketing. You'll have a newsletter automated. You'll have an online ad that's been optimized, right? Like instantly. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. There's nothing else like this. Right. And the more you use it, the better all of that becomes, again, automatically. Right. So, and then in terms of results, we will absolutely help them generate interest in their business. Right. Interest. That's marketing, generating interest, attracting interest from your target audience. Not sales. Right. Like we have nothing to do with actually converting interest into like the sale of a product, because we don't really get into the product side of things at all, right? So we can absolutely deliver a professional, complete online marketing presence for someone who has something or maybe even nothing, right? And we will definitely help them attract interest in their business. Now, how much interest, right? How much interest depends very much on the customer. Right? Like there's no real magic to attracting interest. Like once you have, all the tools that we've given you, there's really only 2 ways to attract interest. Okay. Either you need to, buy advertising, right? So you need to be willing to invest hundreds or better yet, thousands of dollars a month in advertising, or you need a large and growing social media audience. Facebook friends, Twitter followers, LinkedIn followers, right? So that's it. Those are the 2 ways to attract interest. So if you're willing to invest in advertising, awesome, right? But $1 a day is not an investment. That's not even like a coffee, right? So if you're willing to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars a month on advertising, you can definitely attract interest in your business that way, right? But you need to be investing enough. Or 2, you need to be willing to build your audience, right? I suggest 5 minutes a day that you should be able to build your audience by 100 or more people a week, and that will add up, right? 5,000 by the end of a year. But if someone is not willing to invest dollars in advertising and not willing to invest or not willing to invest time in building their audience, we can't help. You will have a professional online presence, but no one will know about it. So look, that's the expectation I would set, right? For $87 a month, you're going to get a ton of value. You are going to have a professional online marketing presence that covers all the major, most proven online marketing strategies, and we will absolutely help you attract interest in your business. And how much interest depends on how much time or money you're willing to invest building your audience. Okay.
The question is, can we have an option to post social or content marketing to all 3 platforms at once?
In the future. Now you just have to click a couple times.
This is from Colette, and she says, or Coco, that's her nickname. Can we keep the onboarding video constant in new accounts for 30 days? Once you X out, it's gone.
We actually show it to, yeah. So look, you're not a new customer, right? So we showed every single customer the new onboarding once, okay? But even if you've been with us for a year, we still showed it to you once, just for fun. New customers, we show it, I think, 3 times. Okay, so if you actually are a new customer, you would experience that 3 times. And my worry is just at some point, if it's constant, you don't know that it's going to stop after 30 days. Like, you don't know that. So you just think I have to do this every time. And I'm getting a little bit tired of seeing Justin's face on my screen every time I just want to log in. So the right answer might be 5, right? It might be 10. It might be every single time. But, we also want to be mindful not to annoy or irritate, because, I can be annoying. So I'm told.
Regina. And the question is, how long will this $10 offer last?
So we have no plans to change it or modify it. But it's as a new customer, it's available for the first 7 days. Right. And that's on purpose. We want to create a certain amount of urgency so that people, take advantage of it and actually learn what the heck this product does early in their journey, right? Like, we want people to engage with us as quickly as possible, but we also know that people may not be able to do it on day 1 or day 2, so we gave them 7 days. I think that, that was our thinking. Not too long that it feel like, I'll get around to that in 3 weeks, but not so short that it'd be like prohibitive because of people's busy schedules. So we landed on 7 days.
Is the $10 offer documented somewhere or a video so that we can upload it to YouTube?
Is the what?
$10 offer documented somewhere?
Yeah, there's a short video in the email that goes out, and then so in that 7-day series, it's 7 videos of me, and every time I mention the $10.
Yeah. Okay. So make sure, if you're a new customer, to check your email. And the offer goes out for 7 days, right?
Yes.
Yep. Can we edit our landing page when our ad is under review?
Can you edit your landing page? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so I do the training and then get a $10.
I couldn't hear.
Kwan's asking, so I do the training and then get a $10 kickback?
I think he's joking.
Oh. New customers. We still need. Does the royalty platform help us build our audience?
Not directly, right? Like, we're not out there making friends and followers for you. That's still, you should definitely do that. But indirectly, right? Like, you post and someone likes your post or they share your post, and that can help you build your audience. But you know, if you're serious about building an audience, you don't sit back and rely on, like that organic building. Like that'll take a long time, right? Like I would, if you have 5 minutes, right? When you're whatever, doing anything, it's 5 minutes. Click away, right? Like I've got, in a past business, it was important to me to connect with people on LinkedIn. So I just did that. I did it for like 5 or 10 minutes a day. And I've got, I don't know, got like thousands of LinkedIn followers. And it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Everyone has 5 minutes. And if you're serious about your business, then build your audience.
For sure. And that content marketing, right? Like you're going to put out content marketing that once you get those followers, they're going to want to keep seeing it. So just, right alongside each other. Can you tell us the weekend support hours?
I don't know, not off the top of my head. It's like, I mean, for sure it's 9 to 5. It might be, it's probably more though.
When AI-based emails go out to followers in the newsletter, they show a huge social media image. Can these images in the artificial intelligence emails be resized as smaller images?
It's a normal. I don't know about huge. It's like a nice image size that's, I think, appropriate for what the point of the newsletter is, right? Like it's meant to be focused on the image, and the image is meant to draw, cause the recipient to look and read, and hopefully they're interested enough to click. I don't think it's too big. I think it's an appropriately sized image.
At AI settings industry don't see or can't find the category event venue or planning. Can you help?
Nope.
Herman?
Just that's not really. I'm not like
Go into and click on the champagne color button.
Yeah, just contact support about that.
Yep, and you'll be connected to support by Zoom, and they can help you. Is the training a one-time thing or 7 days? Oh, for the $10, is the training? Do they have for 7 days?
Just one. So look, here are the elements. When you log into your account, there's a little click-through video series, okay, that you'll just see. Okay, that's part one. Part two is we send out an email a day for 7 days. Each one is designed to provide information about a different section of the platform. So there's one email about landing pages, there's one about emails, there's one about a blog, there's one about analytics, there's one about social marketing, etc. So that's part two. Part three is click on the button in one of the emails that a new customer receives, and if you spend just 10 minutes once, 10 minutes, it's not a big deal, right? And you'll get a live one-on-one tour of the platform, and we're just looking to answer your questions and make sure you have a great, first impression of the product, and do that. And as a thank you for spending some time with us, we'll take $10 off your next invoice. It's only once, 10 minutes, and it's available in your first 7 days, anytime. Well, not anytime, but when we're open.
This is from David, and he says, if I put a link for a social media post instead of using the suggested post, it doesn't display the post while setting it up? Will it actually be on the platform as linked?
Yeah, it may not. Well, it'll show the link when you're setting it up, and you pick your image and you write your description. I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from John, and he said, so when the pricing page is updated, will it be a new web address? Because his current landing page is linked to the web address.
Same URL. Yeah. The website's not going to change. It's still going to be exactly the same. It'll be royalty.com and slash whatever. Slash like pricing or something.
Will we be able to add an image for videos so when the page link is shared on Facebook, the image shows?
Say one more time.
Will we be able to add an image for videos so when the page link is shared on Facebook, the image shows? Can't you do that with your own content?
Yeah, I totally think so.
Yep, you can put in your own image, and then when you share that link on Facebook, the image will show. Um, is it possible to change the industry and subcategory after the AI page has been created?
Yeah, it is possible, but we have to start the process, like we have to start the learning process over again because now we're going to be recommending different content. So we have to treat it as a different thing.
Um,
Hey,
what?
Ron, I addressed that before. Uh, you're not a new customer, so you only got to see the tour once. But click on the support button and you can take the tour anytime you want, buddy.
Best customer, people raving about customer service. I mean, yep. You have to pick your own images. Oh, we answered that one on click to publish all of your social media pages instead of having to repeat. That will come soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that to be annoying. We're doing it because we haven't we haven't yet connected to the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn APIs, which we will. And when we do that, then you'll be able to do kind of like a one-click publish, and in fact, potentially even a no-click publish in some cases. Like not to a personal page, but you could. There, it is possible to authorize automatic, like completely automatic publishing on like a Facebook business page, for example. If that, but that would be an option. We're not gonna, like, obviously that's not going to be mandatory, but yeah, like version one, right? The first version is not the last version, as I've said more than once for those of you who have been around for a while. So yeah, like there's a lot more opportunity everywhere to make this product better and more seamless and and smoother. So please look forward to that because we're excited for that too. Like this was, the last year was all about, again, like putting the big building blocks in place, the major features, and now that we've done most of that, right? Like I know we'll do SMS as well, but like we've done a lot. Now we can kind of, go from whatever, the B plus to the A minus, the A minus to the A to the A plus. Um, refining and automating more and providing more analytics, like all of the thousands of little things that need to happen to take a product to truly like world class. So we're extremely excited to kind of enter that next phase of this platform.
Yep. Yes, you can post to your business page versus your personal page. It's just this setup when you click on Facebook, you can change where you post, or you could just put the link where you want, as Paul just helped out and said. A request for the location to show the city and state in Google Analytics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That may be possible.
Yeah. Okay. Can you manually add pre-existing contacts?
I'm sorry?
Can you manually add like pre-existing contacts for email?
Yeah.
Yep, you
Yeah.
can add contacts.
So on mobile, and if you don't have the Royalty app, get it because we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff there. You can import your contacts from your iPhone or your Android phone, like automatically. You can also, from desktop, you can upload a CSV, or you can just like enter contacts in manually. But that's hard.
All right, I think we answered all the questions here today. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. We will see you all on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here live on Facebook. Thanks so much for joining us, and welcome to all of our new members. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.